Gerald, man, what the f? Yes, we are about to get shooting here. Why are you late? Again. Dude, I'm telling you, this has got to stop. Really now? I guess that's something else for us to report, huh? That's right, they can suck it, huh? Alright, let's shoot. How's it going, my Cinema Lemon Nation? Today we're going to be discussing some Scream 7 news, and this is some exciting stuff, but also some disappointing stuff, and I honestly don't really know what to fully think of it, but I do have some theories that I feel like are going to be pushed through with our new director, who is going to hopefully still stay on to this project, and we'll see, because he's made some comments on his own about the whole Melissa Barrera situation. Let's get into it. So jumping straight into this, we did receive a comment from Christopher Landon himself saying, "Everything sucks, stop yelling, this was not my decision to make." What a heartbreaking moment this is for the guy. I feel like he's the only one who was actually qualified to direct a Scream film who's getting, honestly, the boot for this. Now, when DC was handling the whole Ezra Miller situation, this was honestly worse than what Melissa Barrera has done. The things that, honestly, he did, he should have gotten fired for right there and then. They shouldn't have even came out with that Flash movie. They should have just rebooted it, made it a part of the whole James Gunn universe that's coming out here, but I don't think that this is the right move for Paramount and Spyglass. But Melissa Barrera has always been such a classy actress. She has always given her best when it came to these movies. And cutting her out from this right now is just asking for disaster. I feel like that the responsibility with these studios for certain characters in certain franchises aren't just there anymore. They aren't taking good care of these movies. They aren't giving us a relatable sequence where we can actually find something worthwhile here. And at first, they honestly did this to Neve Campbell, who was honestly the perfect person to even bring back in the first place. She should be in every single Scream movie, no matter what, and yet you still decided to go forward with it and not conclude the projects. And still not get exactly the audience reaction that you needed out of it. Honestly, Scream 6 was the worst Scream movie ever made. And again, take this with a grain of salt, people. This is just my opinion on that movie, but it wasn't the best. I did love the opening scene where we were able to see Jason unmask himself as the killer, which was a different twist, a different turn for it. My prediction is, if they can't find a good story, if they can't find something that people are actually going to love, the fans are actually going to come and see this movie. So this is just my full opinion. I don't think Christopher Landon is going to find the right story to move forward with. I think cutting the main character out is asking for disaster. I feel like if there is no Sam Carpenter, there is no Scream 7, and that's just how it is. You might as well just reboot it, give us new characters, and somehow correlate maybe Kirby into it. I think if Kirby were to honestly be our kind of main character for the rest of the Scream franchise, I think that would be fascinating to see and something exciting, and this would also give us the opportunity to explore a little bit of her point of view on everything. We all know back in Scream 6 that she was an FBI agent, and so maybe we can make this into a TV series. Maybe like a whole separate show specifically for Kirby. This means like every season there's a new killer and she's helping investigate these situations, and every single time there's a Ghostface killer, there's somebody new who's behind the mask. There's new cast members and everyone. Now, I honestly think if Paramount went the route of making this a TV show, I think that would be awesome to see instead of seeing a Scream 7. There's an opportunity for Landon to actually do something good here still, but that is like 50% out of 100 right now that he can actually make it work. So as of right now, we also know that Neve Campbell is probably not even going to be coming back for Scream 7, which means that this whole entire movie is a flop. And honestly, the last thing that I think is just going to piss fans off even more is the fact that Jenna Ortega is now stepping down from her role. Paramount just released that she actually came to them, trying to relieve their contract and not push through with the 7th Scream installment. This is honestly a heartbreaking moment. There are so many things that they can do here. And now that Jenna Ortega is coming to Paramount, I think that it's really going to mess things up and not provide the expectations that we need. Landon has the opportunity to go ahead and move forward with a new story, new characters, all of that stuff. And honestly, maybe bring back Chad and Mindy, and they can be kind of like the mentors throughout these next few films or TV show. And this is honestly coming from a business perspective. What are people doing more nowadays? They're watching TV shows, and that is something I think is going to really hit the charts if they do it right.
I think that it opens a lot of doors for at least maybe 4 or 5 seasons of Scream. I think that that would be interesting to see it from Kirby's perspective and honestly bring back Chad and Mindy. And down the line, if there's forgiveness, maybe you can bring Melissa Barrera and possibly Jenna Ortega back into the picture. That way you can give us a little break from that story arc. You can give those characters a little bit of time to reflect on what they've experienced in the past, go through what Kirby's going through, help her investigate some stuff here, and figure out who these next 2 or 3 ghost faces are. And this can honestly lead up to Sam and Tara's redemption. Honestly, a TV series would be really, really cool to see. And honestly, if they do end up going down that route, I'm all for it. The TV series back in the day was honestly shit. I did not like it. I thought it was very interesting to see them take another turn on who Ghostface is with this whole Brandon whatever mask on and all that BS. Honestly, it wasn't Scream to me. You can't take originality and try to create originality out of it. That's just not how it works. But this is honestly an opportunity, again, for Landon to try something new. I think this is going to be different. I think it's going to be unique for us to come back in full circle and figure out what are the next steps for the Scream franchise. What is next? Listen, what do you think about all of this? Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Subscribe to the Lemon Nation if you haven't already. And as always, guys, take care, my Lemon Nation. Wow.